Resisted treadmills and sleds are like having a personal hill, rain or shine, that drops you back off at the bottom and is safe for forward and backward. So on average, within 6 minutes of walking into the gym, including rest times, our legs are pumped and we've put in productive work for our knees, our heart, and our athleticism. Then we do some form of lower and slower work, training flexibility and strength at the same time. Then we do something for the backside, rotating through stuff like body weight hamstring curls and RDLs, but only doing one item per workout, which allows great intent and recovery. So when people see me squat dunk or do the splits, I regularly get comments like, I don't have 3 hours, 6 days a week to train. But the reality is we only go to the gym 3 days a week and exercise for about an hour. And that's part of our long-term strategy. I call our personal programs athletic longevity because that's exactly what we're training for. I couldn't dunk at 20 and was scared to play sports because my knees were so bad. Now that I'm 33 and can dunk easily and haven't had a knee setback in 10 years, I don't want to go back. And my kids give me the most joy I've ever had, so I just want to stay athletic and resilient for them. All right, you're getting in live with us. This is actually the first thing we filmed in the workout. I've been waiting here cold so you could see like a live set. So I like to build up on a sprint. This is one of the things I might start a workout with. I also might start a workout with sled. Then I like to get backward. Nice little burn going. I like to do that up to 5 times to start a workout. Again, we haven't done anything else. When you have a live look at the time. Now, babe, you got to do 4 rounds on the sled in here, which ends up being about 50 yards forward and 50 yards backward. So this is the first thing she's doing. The whole intro we're filming after this. We can discuss why and what we're doing. You may have seen circulating on social media a stat along the lines of 95% of people will never sprint again after age 30. Well, number one is no shit, they won't ever sprint again. Like, we got jobs and kids, and what are we just gonna like take off and sprint? So while Alyssa keeps doing that, she's gonna do all 4. I'll get another set on here. If you look at what I'm doing over here, Drew, this was actually because of this issue. So we make sleds, and our equipment manufacturing team is in Minnesota. So they were kind of like, well, like half the year we can't even use your sled outside. Like, it's not realistic for people at home to have turf inside their house. That was how this whole resisted treadmill, that was how this came about, because our manufacturing boys in Minnesota, they can't sled outside most of the year. So telling people just sprint, like, it sounds cool in theory. There's all these benefits of sprinting, just sprint. If you have a good place that works for you in the time to sprint, awesome. If you don't, this is what we do. It's very realistic. Of a sled in a gym or a resisted treadmill. Is this your 4th one, babe?
Yep.
Good, I'll make you try to talk while you're doing. What are you feeling right now in your body?
Felt a nice burn there running.
In your legs?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Getting a little winded?
Yeah, no, I'm still burning.
I'm gonna increase the resistance here a little bit. You can rest a second. Oh yeah, that's nice. So this is like having my own personal hill. If you ever did hill running, you know it's like safer because you don't have to slow down as much. It holds you back a touch. So this is like having a personal hill that then drops you back off at the base. And I can get not only those sprint benefits, but reverse the flow in the body, forward and backward. Backward being that thing that originally allowed me to work my way off painkillers for my knees. So we're probably 5 minutes or less into our workout. Already huffing and puffing. Already legs pumped. Yeah. And now also warm to get into something lower and slower. So this is just right out of my program, working 10 reps, back foot elevated, split squat. Excuse any reps we don't get quite right while we're talking about it. So I'm stretching, I'm strengthening. Alyssa will show you how this scales down, and then I'll also show you how it scales up. Why don't you show how it scales down?
You want just a regular backward?
No, front foot elevated. Assisted.
So you can go with your arms and assist, and just go.
So the first thing we did with the forward and backward, the backward is in a family of like rehab, prehab exercises for the knee, but we're also doing cardio. We're also getting strengthening effects. And now here, strengthening effects, flexibility effects. So it is so common at first when people see us exercise to be like, well, I don't have 3 hours a day, 6 days a week to be in the gym doing what you're doing. It's like, dude, I only come in here 3 days a week. Honestly, probably exercise for about 40 minutes, but I'll say an hour just because I like to chit chat a little bit.
I'm just showing here how this regresses even further.
Yep.
By moving this up higher.
Perfect.
And then you can even make it higher.
So lower.
Everything is scalable.
Yeah, lower is tougher. And I'll go grab some weights.
And then once you're comfortable like that, you can put your arms just like this.
Yep. Good point.
And then when you feel good about this, or whenever, you can move down, make it lower and lower.
Yeah, and you still
Nice
got,
job, babe.
Sure, we can put it back to my, I'll just get my work and set in from my workout. So as time goes, as the joints get stronger, as you get more flexible, like I'm able to challenge both my flexibility and strength at the same time. With this variation I'm doing, I'm intentionally staying down here in the bottom half. Notice the sprinting I was doing, forward, backward, high and fast leg positions. Now I'm low, slower, and getting more flexible.
Incredible.
I'm already getting smoked. You want to balance out your other leg?
Sure.
Whew.
HEG is basically balancing the body through exercise.
Yep. And with pain-free levels for everything.
Yep.
So now we'll be moving on to the back side of the body. This is like overall strategy that we do. So now I'm trying to stretch my hamstrings. And then as the weight goes up, I'll be challenging the strength of my lower back and my hamstrings. As she finishes there, she's gonna start working on a single leg back extension. So I can tell you right now, in my 3 workouts, the 3 different backside exercises I do, I showed a bit in the last video, but I do 2 sets of 5 on this guy. I find the tension. I typically do this one after a squatting workout. So the squatting takes more, and sometimes I gotta drop in faster to even really challenge it. So if I'm doing like a squatting workout, which is heavier, where my intent is strength driving, boom, I'll finish down with the Nordic on that one. Liz is working a single leg back extension, intentionally slow. She's gonna do 10 reps each side. She's gonna stretch down at the bottom. This is a nice contrast while she does that. So you can see my strategy for the backside is to use different exercises to accomplish the purposes. So if you look at what she's doing, she's able to round her back safely at the bottom there. Whereas here, I'm trying not to round my back, and I'm going heavier. So this is the heavy backside exercise I do. And then the Nordic and single leg back extension are the lighter ones. And babe, I'm gonna make you push it and do 10 back to back, one side to the other.
Yep.
And then she can tell you how she's feeling at that point, because we're probably only 10 minutes or so into a workout. I'll be more out of breath than normal from trying to talk and demo, but that's what I wanted you to have a real look at this. If I can save even one person out there some time while enhancing long-term results, then this video is so worth it. So that's our goal. Balanced abilities across a weekly schedule that we can recover well from the workouts. So babe, you finish that. And then just say how you're feeling. Like,
I'm nicely burning.
yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was shaking at the end of 10 on
So,
the right leg.
Beautiful. You got to just keep talking to the camera while I'm going to do 3 slow reps here, stretching with the weight.
I got 2 more.
Great.
It is a nice burn. Nice job, babe. Whew. I love these back extensions. Probably my favorite exercise. I don't know why I gravitated to it, but I've just absolutely loved it. This machine is amazing. I love single legs, both legs, with weight, without weight. It's a game changer, honestly. I feel like it's my favorite piece of equipment. How's
awesome,
it going,
babe?
babe?
So we've done a lot so far. Things to think with at this point. All right. As I was saying, our goal is a balanced program with scalable levels for everything. So like Alyssa working on it flat might hurt. She can scale this to a level that doesn't feel too bad. But then we get into the art of application. What's your intent in life? From knowing what your intent is, now you can start to look at each exercise and come up with a realistic goal for yourself. So like for me, it's just maintaining, easily handling my body's weight behind my knee. Like, all right, if I can maintain that till I'm 40, 50, life is good. Here, we're really just working on slow with body weight.
Yeah.
But here you see me doing 275 pounds. You don't have to do 275 pounds. Why am I doing 275 pounds? Because I specifically am trying to jump even higher than I do now. Getting to about, and Drew can put the visual on screen here from last workout, getting to about 275 pounds, about 1.5 times my body weight, close stance, heels up, which means that no matter how you get down there, you really can't help but use those muscles around the knees and the knee connective tissue. I'm just trying to handle 150% of my weight the easiest I can. I'd like to be able to do that 10 times, like easy. Could I go higher? Sure, but we're into the art of application now. So that's enough. Based on my current jumping ability, how tall I am, that's enough to easily dunk. Is to then handle 150% of my weight controlled all the way down. So I'm simply balancing that on the other side, controlled full range of motion. That's the art of application. For you, we don't really know what your weights are.
No, but I just know I want to keep being able to hold both of my kids in my arms.
Well,
so far, I can still do that, but
then,
I don't know at what point I'll be able to keep that up.
All right, then here's your high pressure test of doing a chin-up. This is one that Alyssa could do a chin-up, and then each time she's had a kid, this has been like a real challenge. So there's literally no pressure because it's awesome that you're even working on this. Beautiful. Then go as low as you can and pull back up. All right, there you go. Now rest a minute. I'll have her do one more set in a minute or two where she'll go to the top and she'll just fight down as slow as she can. So, babe, amazing that you're even working at it. For me, it's measurably maintaining shoulder to the bar, full range of motion, 10 times. I'll do that just to
So impressive.
have to put myself here. Now, this is not that impressive. This is a very general mark that I think men should get to and achieve full range of motion, no bounce at the bottom, shoulders at the top. Again, it's gonna be hard for me to remember my count.
I think this is 8.
Son of a gun.
I think, but I might be making him do more.
Okay.
One
All right.
last one, baby. You
Last
got it, you
one.
got it, you got it, you got it, you got it.
So, for my goals, maintaining that is good. That's what I'm trying to maintain the rest of my life as long as I can while juggling these other abilities. Why don't you get one more rep in now, controlling down.
Okay.
But, excuse the out of breath breathing and stuff, but this is why I'm trying to show you. You can see how much production we're getting for our body in such a short time. Nice. And then just as slow as you can until you're all the way stretched out. This is great stimulus. Good job.
Thanks, babe.
Now, to put it in perspective, if we're just talking about longevity, the only people that I personally knew who lived into their 90s, they just walked.
Yeah.
So if anyone's freaking you out about complicated cardio programs, because anything I do, I get negativity. It doesn't matter what it is, anything. And one of them is like, oh, you only sprint and sled? You need this VO2 max, blah, 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 for longevity. Well, the only people I knew didn't even know what cardio meant. They just walked.
Yeah.
So don't assume it has to be complicated. If I can do this, run up a hill with resistance till I'm 60, 70, 89, I mean, the ability to do that safely and to balance it out for the knee strength. I'm so grateful for that. I'm also gonna play with my kids. We're gonna keep taking walks till we're 90.
Yeah.
But don't let anyone make you think it's more complicated. If you watch something or study something and it seems more complicated after, you're going farther from the truth, in my opinion. You should watch something, it should seem simpler, because people genuinely don't believe. They see a dunk and a splits. They don't even believe me. They think I must be in here 3 hours a day stretching and this and that. I've had a good workout. I could walk out of here right now.
Totally. And many times you have.
Yeah.
We've got 2 little kids. There's things we have to run to and get to, and that's that.
Yeah, last workout for her. Okay, she's the business beast. I'm living the good life.
That's sweet.
My main task, playing with the kids. Second main task is obsessing on the scripting and planning of the best videos I can for you, and then filming it. It's way more time on the planning and playing with the kids. And she's the one on all the gnarly business stuff. So she had all this stuff, different business calls. All she did last workout is she did her 4 rounds on the sled and she did 10 back extensions each leg.
Yeah.
Okay, so she had like a 5-minute workout.
Yeah.
And she's got her splits back too.
That's right.
First time in over a decade.
Yeah.
So I also think when we look into the art of it, maybe there's something to like actually loving your routine, loving your workouts, not overdoing it, being able to recover from each workout. Which actually brings us to the end of this video. So we're showing you like what we're doing exercise-wise. They're still outside of exercise.
Of course.
Diet, sleep, stuff like that.
Yep.
I could only find really 2 things that I've done particularly well. Mm-hmm. One is going to sleep relatively early.
Yeah.
Since we had kids, parents were so much like, you're gonna lose so much sleep, that I was like terrified of that.
Yeah.
So I've gotten really good. Once the kids are asleep, I'm very good at turning my phone off.
Yeah.
I don't even have it in the bedroom. Mm-hmm. So since having kids, I've actually had more sleep. Like since you've seen me on YouTube, the history of my YouTube channel is the history of me having kids. And I've had more sleep in these 4.5 years than I had in the 4.5 years before. So that's one thing.
Yeah. Ben definitely gets a lot of sleep. Now, I don't, but Ben does.
I mean,
that's totally okay. Somehow,
number 1, obsessing on business stuff at night.
Yeah.
Number 2, the kids want mom more than dad. Nursing, she's a legend. So she's got it tough.
But it's okay. It all evens out for me somehow.
She's a superhuman. Don't know how she does it. But I'd be lying if I said, oh, I'm doing all this on 4 hours of sleep or something like that.
No, Ben does get good sleep, but I feel like that's the most important thing because he doesn't do anything else to recover. Like, that's it.
Yes. And I thought for the longest time I don't take any supplements, and that's kind of true. But when as I learned more about nutrition just recently, I realized I've been on a high collagen diet for like pretty much my whole knee ability journey. I would gravitate towards different protein bars or coffees that had collagen in it.
Yeah.
I would love like whole stews, burger patties, things that are higher in like I have naturally been gravitating to collagen for the last 10 years.
That's totally true.
That doesn't mean that collagen is a miracle joint supplement. When you eat collagen, it's just proteins that have more of the building blocks that build joints. But when you eat it, that doesn't mean it's going all to your joint. It just means you've got like a little more. I think of it almost like protein. Like if you want to build muscle, it's not like protein is like some magic thing that you take it and the next day you're like, oh my God, I got huge. No, it's like you're giving your body a little bit more of the building block. That doesn't mean every protein you eat is just like right into your muscle.
Totally.
You use it for energy, all sorts of different things. It's the same with collagen. Collagen is almost just like joint emphasized protein content.
But definitely, Ben likes meat way more than chicken. He's gone to
and not the leaner
patties.
cuts.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but I want to just add that Ben does nothing for recovery. No cold plunge, no this. I try to get him to a couples massage. She's like, you know, I gotta be true to myself. I can't massage, I can't take anything, I can't do anything different because I need to feel what's happening with my body. Otherwise, I can't tell everybody. So if I'm doing something else that someone else is not doing, that's not a fair statement. So for your benefit, Ben doesn't do anything else. And I totally support that. He's very sweet and lets me do what I want. And he lives by the books, his program, and literally does nothing but what he tells you.
Yep. But that's why we had the context for honesty, which is that I do get a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
And I have had a higher collagen diet,
Totally.
which I didn't even realize that both those things would help. But yes, I don't have anything expensive. I mean, racks, like all this stuff we're showing, I think our highest price thing is like $600. An average commercial gym machine is $3,000, $5,000. I'm not going and getting any treatments that the average person can't afford. So I'm not even saying the average person can afford all this stuff, but if this stuff was common, and this is actually like way cheaper than what's in gyms. So as a whole, for the long term, I want to know as I'm 40, 50, 60, 70, like I want to be able to know exactly what I'm doing and tell you exactly what I'm doing and know that it's all like relatively like cheaper stuff. All right. Sign off time. We make all this stuff. We make these foot-shaped shoes.
ATG shoes.
Pretty much all our stuff could almost have the sign off of like, it's not magic, but it's not snake oil either. Like, I don't think there's magic effects from a foot-shaped shoe. That's the whole point. It's just not like jamming in your big toe.
Just a normal shoe, like what we think should be.
Yep.
Pretty much just common sense, like the common sense shoe, the common sense mobility box that it can go to different levels. Like, doesn't have to be, you know, out of this world. Just basic things that get the job done. That's pretty much what we try to do and specialize in.
Yep. Same with our online coaching.
Yep.
Lowest price, $49.50 a month. No long-term commitment. Lowest price we've seen to see all our programs. Ask as many questions as you want and send in your own form videos.
Yep. And
there are so many others now going viral, training others who went through this service. They mastered the stuff. They mastered the forms. If I was coaching in person, I wouldn't be touching your body anyways. So there's not, if you're willing to give a little time and learn, there's not actually a difference between training online and training in person, especially for those of you watching these long form videos.
You actually get almost more service because you can ask as many questions. When you're in person, your time's up. 30-minute session, it's over. An hour session, it's over. Here you can ask, blast away. Send as many form videos as you want.
It's actually a good point, and you get to watch your own form back and compare it.
That's exactly right.
It's actually, she just made a new genius marketing campaign. But there you go. It's because of your support of this $49.50 a month service, because of your support of the stuff we do, that we get to do this kind of stuff and just stay focused on helping people, not have to play a lot of the other games that, you know, someone might have to play. So
totally. And if you have any questions, you can call 1-866-ATG-HELP. Live person answers anything about equipment, whatever you want. We want to be there for you.
Yeah, and don't write me too much, but I personally answer every YouTube comment. Something I take a lot of pride in. I even used to have people help me. I think that was more, sometimes YouTube shorts can go crazy viral, but since I've been focusing on long form, I'm able to personally answer every single question myself. Like, I check my phone and I'm up to date. Like, all right, there's no more questions to answer. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. So you know if you're answering here, it's actually me answering you. Try to keep that up. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.